Hello and welcome to a new episode of Simple Cryptocurrency Reviews presented by Chain. And today I'd like to present to you a project which is a dApp on the Ontology blockchain, right? They're still under development. They did start as an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain, but they're moving towards the Ontology blockchain. And what is the name? It's Cocos, right? So Cocos Blockchain Expedition. As we can see on their website, cocosbcx.io, it's a full-stack platform for decentralized games and digital assets. Let's look at the core features. So Cocos BCX is an end-to-end solution for decentralized game development. Game engine, create, build, and test blockchain games across multiple blockchain platforms. Development environment. Cocos BCX is a complete development environment for blockchain games which is visual, script-based, and data-oriented. Blockchain. Cocos BCX has its own blockchain. And let's look at the ecosystem. So Cocos BCX connects the gaming and blockchain ecosystems together. Games development, blockchains, developers, end users, copyrights, and IPs. Now, if we look at their roadmap, right? So in Q3 of 2018, they were optimizing the smart contract specifications and the exchange specifications of non-fungible tokens, developing the signature system for smart contract authentication. They did quite a lot of technical changes, as we can see, and in Q4 of 2018 they're going to carry out the contract data IO design and improve the modification logic of contracts for non-homogeneous assets, modify the storage method of the contract plaintext code, and improve the EOS chain to monitor the transfer service of the acceptor. EOS chain, Cocos chain, Ethernet chain, cross acceptance test debugging. Now they do need to fix the text here because it is kind of one on top of the other, so it's a bit difficult to read. But yeah, I do believe, I also recommend, I know they're still in development, it's a young project, but I would recommend them if they do watch my video to maybe include some non-technical words as well to translate a lot of this technical information here into non-technical for people to understand better, because it is a bit confusing at the moment. Now, some of their strategic partners: NGC, Binance Labs, OK Blockchain Capital, Ontology, Neo Nebulous, Hello EOS, Loom, and IMEOS.one. So there's quite a lot of partners here, okay, a lot of strategic partners. This is an important thing because when they got that many partners, it means that the project is more likely to progress nicely because they do have support from these guys. Now, Cocos currently has no plans to conduct any form of public token sale. This is important, right? This is the statement here. It is at the bottom of the page, but it's just to make you aware. And you can get in touch with them on their Telegram page, Reddit, blog, Twitter, forums, etc. And even subscribe to their community newsletter by entering your email address here. Now, to move on, the team of Cocos, let's have a look. So we've got Haozi Chen. Haozi is a serial internet entrepreneur of 20 years in China. Okay, so he's got 20 years of experience in China as a serial internet entrepreneur with extensive experience in global gaming and developer community since 2009. He founded Chukong Technology, a leading Chinese game developer and publisher with operations in the US, Japan, and Korea. Chukong is the main sponsor of Cocos 2DX, the #1 game engine in Asia and #2 worldwide by market share. Since 2009, 1.1 million developers registered on Cocos community, while 3 million developers are estimated to have used the Cocos engine. The ad network arm of Cocos covers 14 million daily active users and 605 million devices globally. Wow, so this is a big project, guys, just to make you aware. They are a new project in terms of blockchain development, but the project itself is quite old. So this is a big step towards mass adoption, because we're going to see, with blockchain gaming, I have said it in a few of my videos, blockchain gaming is the future, guys. I mean, of course, we're going to want to have, be able to make purchases on the blockchain, like go to a supermarket and make purchases using cryptocurrency, but you gotta consider the blockchain gaming world, because a lot of the younger generation, okay, they are used to these in-game currency already. A lot of them buy to get in-game currency. They buy with fiat, so they are very much used to this sort of technology. And yeah, seeing this on the blockchain, it is a very big step forward. Now I have looked at the let's see, the team members. So I'm gonna before I go back to the team members, just want to say I checked Chen Zin's profile on LinkedIn. So his name is Chen Zizi, but Haozi is for short. I believe maybe that's his second surname, or I'm not entirely sure. The page was in Chinese. I translated it to English, so we can see he's in Chaoyang district in Beijing, China, and he's working for Cocos. Okay, he's the co-founder. We can see he started in November 2010 as the CEO of Coca, China. Okay, and yeah, he's got a lot of experience. We can see he's developed 30% of the world's top 1,000 games in 2017. Wow, so that's quite a lot. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go back to the team. So we've got Richard Yang, who's got 14 years of experience in technology, entrepreneurship, and investment. He co-founded a leading live streaming platform in China in 2005 that later merged with a Chinese listed company with a combined market capitalization of of 5 billion US dollars. He also participated in transactions of over $1 billion in aggregate value as a professional private equity investor. He's a venture partner to a leading technology fund with operations in China and the US. He also advises hedge funds and corporates on their multi-asset class macro investment strategies. Together with Haozi, the founding team has domain knowledge, experience, and resources of digital asset creation and exchange. We've got some team members as well: Chief Technology Advisor, Director of Ecosystem, Co-Director of Korea Operations, so they are in Korea as well, Co-Director of Korea Operations, another one, Advisor for the Japanese market, so they're also there, Director of Marketing, Quinzo Wang, and a number of advisors. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's move on to their white paper. Now, I did pick the interesting part of it. So the token circulation, this is what you guys are interested in most of the time. How many tokens are in circulation? Now, Cocos tokens are introduced and assumed with three objectives: the medium of the exchange, the proof of stake for delegated consensus mechanism, and the proof of participation in governance and community activities such as bounty tasks. We initially proposed the supply of 100 billion Cocos token with a minimal unit of 10 to the power of 18 Cocos under the ERC20 standard on the Ethereum platform. The number of total supply remains constant. After the launch of Cocos chain, the token holders can convert their ERC20 Cocos to native Cocos under the ratio of 1 to 1. Now, just before I move on, I would like to say that as some of you probably have seen in my Ontology description video where I review Ontology, Ontology do have, like as part of their overall project, they want to have a blockchain in which other projects are able to use this blockchain on Ontology to suit their needs, basically, to suit their business needs. So in this case, the way I see it is that Cocos are trying to go on and develop on the Ontology blockchain to be able to suit their business needs. In this case, it's blockchain gaming. So yeah, we do need to keep that in mind. This is the reason why they're saying it started as an ERC20 on Ethereum, but they are planning to move to their own blockchain. And I'm guessing they're going to be using Ontology. This is why they're down as one of the dApps in Ontology. If you check the Ontology dApps list, Cocos chain is listed there. Now, distribution and acquisition of the Cocos token. Cocos tokens can be acquired by the participants in the ecosystem through asset creation based on the production value, and developers are rewarded for the games and in-game items they produce. The incentives are positively correlated with the effective aggregate value of their assets and negatively correlated with the life duration and total asset value of the platform. The amount of value production-based incentives are capped, and exchange value. Developers are rewarded if the assets they produce are traded frequently. The incentives are positively correlated to the total trading value of specific assets. The amount of value exchange-based incentives is unlimited. Contribution to the platform community. So we reward the participants who contribute to our community tasks such as code submission and bug reporting by offering tokens or other assets. These rewards are allocated from the Cocos Foundation with no limited amount. Also trading, users may sell the in-game items for Cocos tokens. The supply and value of in-game items are determined by the game developers and the market participants. User interaction, Cocos tokens are distributed to the users who conduct effective behaviors such as account generation, trial use of new games, and the incentives are positively correlated to the user activities and negatively correlated with the size of Cocos BCX, user base, and life duration of the platform. The amount of user interaction-based incentives is capped, so reward to consensus workload and block production on Cocos chain. Finally, the use and consumption of Cocos tokens. So Cocos tokens can be used in the cases included, but not limited to, payment to the suppliers for the exchange of game development tools, features, and materials such as design of characters, user acquisition, payment to the trading counterparties, rewards for bounty tasks. Cocos BCX charges certain Cocos tokens on every circulation event and uses them for the development of the platform. Now, let's have a look more at the Cocos token. Now, the native pricing medium of digital assets. So Cocos token has potential to be the native pricing medium for general digital assets. Cocos chain supports the general exchange of fungible and non-fungible tokens under various standards, making Cocos token technically viable as the native universal pricing medium. For digital assets produced on Cocos BCX, the price denomination by Cocos team measures the productivity and the value chain. As a result of market dynamics, the asset pricing by Cocos represents the economic value adding rather than a value tagging. Our proposed economic circulation under contextual narratives establishes intrinsic connections based on user experience. The exchange activities denominated by Cocos do not only serve as capital investments but also establish a system for the users to compare and trade by the actual value of use. Now, let's have a look. Now, the allocation of the Cocos token. So I would like to cover that as well, and that should be it. 82% of the Cocos tokens are allocated for the development plan of our platform initially. Now 38.6% are reserved for delegated proof of stake consensus contribution and the Cocos Foundation. 10% are distributed to developers and users by means such as an airdrop and development funding. 8% are used to establish alliance with strategic partners such as blockchain ecosystems. 3% reward the advisors to our global development. An aggregate of 22.4% were exchanged with institutional investors for the project funding. The recycled Cocos tokens will be used to replenish these allocation pools. 18% of the Cocos are reserved for team incentives. We expect the market for blockchain gaming and Cocos BCX to be proven in 3 years. Accordingly, the token held by the team will be granted and unlocked evenly at the end of the 3 years, with the first vesting start at the end of the 12th month after the token generation. So yeah, that's quite interesting. They are locking up the tokens for 3 years, exactly like the first Ontology project that I reviewed, which is called COT, Chains of Things. They're also doing the same thing. So that's quite interesting. I wonder if it's something to do with the smart contract of Ontology and the way it works, that there is a feature to lock tokens for exactly 3 years. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. But yeah, that's pretty much it. One other thing I wanted to cover, let's see if I can find that information. Angry Birds. No, it's not. No, there was a game that I wanted to hold games on blockchain, page 9. Let me see if I can get to that. Okay, one moment. Where are we now? Page 8. Okay, so the whole games on blockchain. Now, it's just to give you guys some idea of how the games on blockchain will work. The final phase is when a full game code runs in the blockchain environments. Computation, storage, and networking are fully decentralized, and games themselves become smart contracts. Reliable, high throughput operating environment and light blockchain nodes are necessary for this stage. At this final stage, Cocos BCX aims to provide a full set of solutions including Lite full blockchain nodes hosted on users' devices, servicing stacks operating in the blockchain environments, game engine clients as nodes, a development environment consisting of an engine, IDE, and blockchain interoperable interfaces. Asynchronous consensus task clusters validated by the key identifiers of the function object codes among the nodes to assure their integrity, code execution in trusted virtual machines controlled by the engine, and computation of key smart contracts in a trusted compartmentalized environment. Smart contracts witnessed by nodes of fast response or high economic relevance. So yeah, this is another important part. And here we can have a quick look at the system architecture. So the game, the exchange, you've got the code there, and it goes all the way to the blockchain with the network API, the database API. This is just some technical information in case you're interested. So yeah, I do suggest you go through some parts of their white paper. Now it is quite a lot to cover in their white paper, so I only wanted to touch base on some of the information, the key information, which I believe are of interest. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover, guys. I do suggest that if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to keep up with the latest news and reviews, as well as demos that I do on both the Neo blockchain, the Ontology blockchain, and probably other blockchains pretty soon too. Please do hit the likes if you enjoyed my video, and leave a comment below if you have any sort of questions. Don't hesitate to do that. I'd like to thank you very much once again for watching, and have a good day. Goodbye.